Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's play some Star Wars. It's been a minute.
I'm sick of all these double shifts.
We're at war with the Eternal Empire, you know.
Dromund Kaas. I clung to this world for too long before I cast it aside as a failed experiment.
You didn't cast it aside. I fought you and drove your spirit into hiding.
I had already shifted my focus to Sakul many centuries before your victory here. This is the empty husk I left behind. But the Sith could still be a useful tool to help you seize the Eternal Throne.
Honored guests, welcome to Dromund Kaas.
Moff Lorman.
It's Minister Lorman now.
Really? I figured your career was over after you lost the Ascendant Spear.
Sounds like you know each other.
Lorman and I have a little history.
It's Minister Lorman, and the past is irrelevant. I serve Empress Asina now. She awaits us in the throne room.
Welcome, Commander. These are strange times. Did you ever imagine the Sith would negotiate with a Jedi?
I hope you're able to move beyond your prejudice.
In the past, arrogance would have blinded us to our flaws. Now we understand admitting weakness is the first step in eliminating it.
I urge you not to be so critical, Empress. The Sith Empire has always been glorious.
I would like to continue this conversation on my personal shuttle. Just the two of us, speaking freely.
It may not be wise to split up.
I can handle myself if she tries anything. Will you two be okay if I leave you with Lorman?
It's Minister Lorman! Minister Lorman! Is that so hard to remember?
Don't worry about us, Commander.
Asina's trying to throw in with the Alliance. Better than bowing down to the Eternal Empire, right? I remember when everyone used to bow down to us.
Destination?
There remain Sith who do not approve of the alliance I offer. They hold tight to the old ways. But to stop Valen, we must work together.
Is that all you want? Or are you looking for a way to get closer to me?
The commander of the Alliance is a tempting prospect. But this is purely a political offer. We both know there is only one path to victory. You want to seize the Eternal Throne, and I will help you.
Why me? You don't want the throne for yourself?
I am focused on the survival of my people. Unchecked, Valen will grind us into dust. I am not powerful enough to stop her. You are, with my help. Engine's non-responsive. We need to bring it down. We're coming in too fast. Bail out! Feel my wrath. Your skills are impressive, Commander. It's good to know your reputation is not exaggerated.
That crash was no accident.
My vessel was sabotaged. Probably the same person jamming our comm signals.
If you wanted to get me all alone in the wilderness, you could have just asked.
Normally, I arrange a more romantic setting for my crashes. My shuttle has an emergency beacon. The signal should cut through any interference. If help is coming, that's where they'll be.
Just about into the main network.
Someone's coming.
Forgive the intrusion, but I come bearing tragic news. The Empress's shuttle has crashed.
Crashed where?
Somewhere in the jungle. Unfortunately, the emergency locator is not transmitting.
That's impossible.
Not if the shuttle disintegrated. I'm afraid there's only one logical conclusion. The Empress and Commander are dead.
Stay alert. Deadly predators stalk these wilds.
You could say the same thing about your cities.
City predators won't eat our remains. Usually. the Sith! The storms are fierce today. It will make a rescue attempt difficult.
I never liked relying on others to save me anyway.
A sound philosophy, one the Sith Code embraces. For the Sith!
Slogging through the forest to hunt you down was going to be the worst part of this job. It's so much easier when the targets come to us.
This doesn't need to end with violence.
Violence is the Geno Harridan style.
The Geno Harridan? I thought you were just a myth.
That's because we never leave witnesses.
The hunt begins! Time to earn my pay! You don't stand a chance!
For the Sith!
We never fail! If I go, I'm taking you with me!
The beacon destroyed, comm signals still jammed, and a fierce storm coming our way.
Even the weather is trying to kill us.
We could take refuge in the Geno-Harridan camp if we can find it. It's likely the camp is heavily guarded.
Nothing like a little danger to get the heart racing.
I admire your persistence, but let's focus on our survival, shall we?
Looks like the storm's not letting up anytime soon. I say we grab a shuttle and head out now.
The interference will disable comms and scanners, not to mention the risk of an electrical surge frying our circuits.
Sean, I just heard the news. Let me express my sincere condolences.
SIS reporting has gone downhill since I left. The commander is missing, not dead.
Don't let foolish hope blind you. You are leaderless, as are the Sith. Someone must step in to fill the void.
Forgive me, but aren't you the former Republic Chancellor? You've already served your term.
True leaders don't need titles to hold power. I want what your leader wanted, to defeat Valen. Join me, and we can finish what he started.
Pass. I've had more than my fill of working with you.
You're still grieving. Eventually, you'll realize I'm right.
Storm be damned. The time for patience is past. Let's find the commander.
A small part of me is enjoying this. As Empress, I'm rarely able to test my martial skills anymore.
I prefer to lead by example. Stay on the front lines.
Among the Sith, being on the front lines just makes it easier for someone to stab you in the back. That was too close. The lightning strikes can be deadly out here. If we recalibrate the electrical towers, they will draw in the power of the storm and keep us safe. Bow before me! I cannot decide which is stranger, that the Geno-Harridan are real, or that they're hunting us.
We should be flattered. The Geno-Harridan only accept contracts worthy of their skill.
This is one compliment I could do without. fear the storm is getting worse.
Good. It'll cover our approach to the Genoheridan camp.
I see why the Alliance follows you. Where others see problems, you see opportunity.
For the Sith!
Found bodies at the crash site.
Cena, the Alliance Command.
No. Out.
That means the targets are still out there. Find them!
Found out why Greg Squad didn't check in. Lightning strike.
Survivors?
None. All of them fried to a crisp.
Salvage whatever gear you can, and keep moving. Status report. Any sign of the targets?
No visual contact yet. Hard to track them through the storm. Rain's wiped out the trail.
Keep looking. Find them before they find us.
I suppose a shuttle was too much to hope for.
I found something.
It's not enough to simply crash the shuttle. I want to see the bodies. No bodies, no bonus.
Chancellor Suresh, that Republic snake.
Suresh is no longer in charge of the Republic.
True, but intelligence believes she still holds significant power. Into the temple! I'm sure there's another way out.
Looks like we have some exploring to do.
Lead the way, Commander.
Reports from Drome and Cass claim the Outlander is dead.
No. Father's spirit is still rattling around in there. His little pet is alive.
The truth is irrelevant. The rumors have thrown the Alliance into disarray. Now is the perfect time to strike.
Odesson is too heavily defended. That doesn't change just because their precious Outlander is missing.
Odesson is not the target.
The looted tomb of another Sith Lord. I once thought these ancient temples held the secrets to immortality. I was wrong.
You seem to have found a way.
The body is just a shell, a vessel for the spirit. Emperor of the Sith was my first face, but it is merely one of many I have worn.
And what about the face you wear now?
I found Valkorion centuries ago. He was a great warrior, a champion of ancient Zakul. It was only natural I hollow him out to use as my vessel. I saw potential in the primitive world, so I raised it to perfection.
You speak of Zakul as though it's your favored child.
The Eternal Empire deserves more than my children ever did. When you take the throne, you will understand.
We still need to go deeper if we hope to find another passage to the surface.
Baywan, now's not a good time.
This can't wait. Suresh just sent a message. She's heading here, to Odessen.
Seems she didn't wait for us to change our minds after all.
Send her packing the second she lands.
Some of the troops want to hear her out. They aren't sure the Alliance can last. There are rumors about the commander.
Remind them where their loyalties lie.
Stall Suresh, we're on our way.
Minister Lorman warned us you might sneak off.
Is that the Terror? What the hell is that? What are you? It is the Terror.
Feel my wrath.
This reminds me of my earliest trials as an apprentice, clearing vermin from tombs on Korriban.
Sounds like you missed those days.
It was a simpler time, but I am not nostalgic for the past. I see a glorious future for us both. The ancient Sith Lords are revered on Droman Kaas. But to move forward, we must abandon the old ways.
Easy to say, harder to do.
I understand your skepticism, but I will prove myself to you in time.
Don't you know it's rude to make me come out in a storm like this? We should just seal the passage behind us, trapping you in here forever.
Not an option. Suresh wants the corpses. No bodies, no bonus.
You don't have to do Suresh's bidding, Lorman. You're better than that.
It's Minister Lorman, and I don't answer to Suresh. We're partners.
Don't do this. There's still time to make things right.
The Alliance commander is more merciful than I am. I would listen to him.
It's not Lorman's call. The Genoheridin always finish the job. No witnesses!
I brought them right to you. Now finish them!
So much blood!
Stay back! I've taken your friends hostage. Anything happens to me and they're dead. This is Minister Lorman. Let me speak to the prisoners.
Oh, hello, Lorman.
This is who you sent to capture us? I'm a little offended.
You started the killing without me?
We can't let you have all the fun. It's good to hear your voice.
I knew you weren't dead. Never doubted it for a second.
Suresh is behind this. Has she attempted to reach you?
She's done more than that. Suresh wants the Alliance commander. She's on Odessan as we speak.
Hold tight. I'm on my way.
You are my guest. Would you like to execute the traitor, or should I?
I say, we kill him together.
I fully agree.
Members of the Alliance, as many of you have already heard, your commander is dead. There are dark times ahead. But fear not. I have come to offer you a beacon. I assume you know everything, then. I'll take that as a yes. It doesn't matter. The Alliance needs a leader like me. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I won't apologize for that.
We are well beyond apologies.
What do we do with her?
Execution, I expect. It's what Valen would do. It's what I would do.
And it's exactly what you deserve.
Is it wrong to say I enjoyed that?
Empress Asina is waiting for your call, Commander. We'll meet you in the war room.
Never believed you were really dead, Commander. Not even for a second. Can't con a con artist, right? By the way, if anyone contacts you asking
Good to
about a
see you
life
back in
insurance
one piece,
policy that
Commander.
paid out in your name,
Don't know what the
just say
Alliance
you
would
don't
do
know me,
without you.
okay?
Seeing you standing here, alive and well, I can't believe I almost fell for Suresh's lies. Welcome home, Commander.
I apologize for everything on Droman Kaas, but I still believe we should unite your people with mine.
You've proven yourself, Asina. I accept your offer.
That doesn't mean you're home free. We're watching you.
Knowing Theron, not even your HoloNet activity is safe.
Remind me to change my access codes. I look forward to working with you.
Mayday! Mayday! This is the cargo freighter Radala. Does anybody copy?
This is Kothbor 10 aboard the Gravestone. We got your back, Radala. You okay?
We've taken heavy damage. Need to make emergency repairs.
Roger that, Radala. We'll bring your freighter on board. Just hold tight.
Much appreciated, Koth. Looking forward to meeting you in person.
Distress call from the Gravestone.
We're the last people Koth would ask for help.
Maybe he finally came around?
He wouldn't reach out unless it was serious. Open the channel.
Hold on. The signal's jammed on the other end. 1 second. Got it.
Gravestone to Odessa. Come in.
What do you want?
Valen and Scorpio boarded the ship. They captured my crew and took the bridge.
You let our best weapon against the Eternal Fleet fall to Valen?
Not yet, I haven't. I locked the controls and found a place to hide. You want the gravestone? Come take it from Valen.
Lost him, but I have the coordinates.
The gravestone is a distraction. Strike down Phelan, and nothing will stand between you and the Eternal Throne.
Shields, weapons, and sensors remain offline. The Alliance fleet is hailing us.
Father's little meat puppet. How are you?
Just calling to make sure you're still there. I'll be right over.
I've never appreciated how funny you are. Die with your fleet if you like. But you'll never stand on this bridge again.
We'll see about that.
I've got you. I've got you. Here, this will help.
This is funny. What does this button do? Now I gotta start again, Jesus.
This will help.
Ay, ay, ay. Jesus Christ. Let me get past here, you bastard.
Should feel better now.
Excuse me for not shaking hands.
I'm not here to fight, Koth. I just want my ship back.
Tell us what's going on.
Remember the first time you let Scorpio on my ship? It got me thinking we needed a few modifications.
The Omni-Cannon sublight engines and hyperdrive remain locked down.
I hate playing with broken toys. But you can fix anything.
Koth's encryption key is personal. I need to learn more about him to break it, but I can't access a holonet signal through the battle.
You served with him. He must have told you things. Yes, this is going to hurt.
But there's a hidden passcode behind the main one. No one knows but me. If Valen unlocks the bridge controls without it, we're in real trouble. You ever heard of a quantum bomb?
Oh, Koth, you didn't.
Anyone who doesn't enter that hidden passcode starts a countdown. Everything for thousands of kilometers around us. Boom.
You wouldn't set a trap that destructive without an off switch.
I'm crazy. Not stupid. I came down here to disarm the bomb. Thought you might want to help. One thing we've always agreed on. Valen has to die. Let's be sure. Partners for now?
This is temporary, and I'll be watching you.
Valen's forces control the ship. I'll distract them. Go with Koth.
Lana.
There's nothing left between us.
I've got bomb fuses hidden on this deck. Come on. Stay on your feet. I told you Scorpio was bad news. Now look at us. I'm not losing my ship to Valen. Not today, not ever. Just wanted to save people. Never thought it'd come to this. Feel better? One down. Let's not think about how many are left. We're close. Just one more left.
The bigger they are, the louder they scream.
The encryption key is based on Koth's war record. Soldiers under his command who died. Stand by. Bridge controls are unlocked.
The gravestone is mine.
We have lost 5 patrols in the lower decks, on opposite ends of the ship. Koth is not alone.
Oh, Father, you shouldn't have.
That's all the fuses down here. Next stop is someplace exciting.
This is your final battle! No! No!
The next fuse is on the bridge with Valen and Scorpio and my crew.
Focus on the bomb. I'll save your crew.
I was gonna say you get Valen and I kill Scorpio. But your plan works too. Let's hit the bridge. Finish this, Commander, and save the gravestone. You alright over there?
Don't know. Can't feel my fingers.
I disabled the bomb fuse, but the bridge controls were already unlocked.
My fault. I tried to resist, but Valen did things. She made me talk. I'm sorry.
Valen and Scorpio were supposed to be here.
They went off to hunt you.
Doesn't make sense. They should have triggered the quantum bomb and killed us all.
Quantum bomb?
Long story, Len. The only way we're alive is if they didn't use the console. What stopped them?
Listen carefully. Time is short.
No more games. We're not falling for your tricks again.
My deception is keeping you alive. I manipulated Valen to leave the bridge so you could disarm your failsafe.
You knew about that?
I share your desire to save the gravestone. Stand by. Valen has cornered Lana Beniko. You may wish to save her, too.
We won't leave her to face Valen alone.
I have done all I can.
Oh no. Valen and Lana are fighting where I hid the bomb. If they trigger it, we're all dead.
Well, that was stupid.
Stay on your feet. Lana!
Do not underestimate Valen. Her power grows exponentially. Kill her, or you will die.
Scorpio said you'd come. I owe her credit.
Scorpio is manipulating you, just like your father is using me. They want us to destroy each other. Don't let them win.
Oh, I won't.
Hey! There's a bomb under your feet! You tear up this place, you'll set it off! Never mind! We've got 3 minutes!
I've waited long enough. If I slice open your skull, maybe Father will spill out. Time to die, Father!
Heal up.
The ship is mine! Do you hear me? Mine forever! You're nothing but a pawn!
I will not allow this.
Not this time, Father.
That went well. Any other brilliant plans?
I am not finished.
When I'm done with your precious Outlander, you and Mother are next.
Such hatred. You are my daughter. We are family.
You caged me like an animal!
You were a danger to yourself and others. I made you safe.
You feared what I would become, and you were right.
If I die, the Alliance lives on. They'll never stop fighting.
Good. I don't want to get bored.
Kneel before the Dragon of Zakul.
No! Oh, that's not...
Did you think I locked you away to punish you? No. You had to learn. You had to be conditioned. Kneel before the Dragon of Zakul.
What did you do to me?
If you fight, you will die.
Where's Valen?
She's gone. No time to explain.
I can't disarm the bomb with that shield in place. Take out the power relays.
Should feel better now.
Like, can't even fucking click them.
Hello to you too.
We're running out of time!
Oh, that would trigger it, wouldn't it?
We're running out of time!
boys come through. Alright. During raid time, I would like to have it on, but yeah. If it's just me doing this, then yeah.
You got one! Now hit the rest! We're running out of time! That's it. Bomb over.
The crisis may be averted, but my daughter still infests your ship.
You did something to Valen. Shut down her power.
Her aptitude with the Force made her extremely dangerous, even as a child. There was only one solution. I conditioned her subconscious to respond to a simple phrase. Kneel before the Dragon of Zakul. Speak these words in Valen's presence, and you activate her conditioning. She will be powerless to strike you.
You're controlling Valen's mind. How could you do that to your own flesh and blood?
If not for her conditioning, you would be dead, along with the rest of your allies. Now Valen's pride is wounded, her weakness exposed. She will be more dangerous than ever.
I'm getting a signal from Theron.
The Eternal Fleet jumped to hyperspace. It's just our ships out here.
I've got reinforcements with me in the docking bay. Orders?
Secure the bridge and don't take any chances. Alert me if you find Scorpio or Valen.
You wanted the gravestone back. You've got it.
Along with you and your crew.
My people bailed out in the escape pods the minute we left the bridge. Thanks for saving them.
They're good people. They deserve a second chance.
That's how I feel about everyone on Zakul. I stole the gravestone to save lives. I can't apologize for that.
It wouldn't matter if you did. I never want to see you again.
That's it.
If now,
my people.
They're good people.
I stole the gravestone.
Alright, what do you think? Punch or forgive?
I drove you to it. I won't punish you for doing what you thought was right.
You almost sound like the Outlander I believed in.
This vessel is under my control. Organic beings have a few moments to abandon ship. After that, your lives are forfeit.
Is that all I am to you? Another organic being you can't wait to get rid of?
I have learned that the Gravestone, the Geminis, and the ships of your Eternal Fleet are all extensions of my technology. I must understand how we are connected.
Even your droid doesn't care about you, Valen. You're alone.
Not alone. Not yet. You betrayed me, like all the rest.
I am unlocking hidden files and subroutines in the Gravestone that are older than the Eternal Empire. Let us keep a little perspective.
You want perspective?
Scorpio, where are you taking us?
The Gravestone wants to go home.
Oh, this will be fun.
No sign of Scorpio or Valen.
They can't leave the ship while it's in hyperspace. If they want to re-steal the Gravestone, they'll have to come here.
Wonderful. I'll make punch.
The hyperdrive is locked. We're on this journey to the bitter end.
Which is now. Sublight engines cutting in.
Company! Lots of it!
That's the whole Eternal Fleet.
Valen and Scorpio's transport. It's getting away!
Open a comm channel. Find out who's aboard.
No need for that. The transport is hailing us.
Commander, I have made a wonderful discovery. The Gemini units, the Eternal Fleet, the Gravestone, they did not steal my technology. We are related. The Gravestone's computer revealed we were all created here, and you have aided our journey home. I promise to remember you kindly.
If all this technology came from the same place, it changes everything we know about Zakul.
Perhaps. But that is not your main concern right now. Valen and her remaining soldiers are sabotaging everything they can. You may wish to stop them.
I'm seeing power surges all over. Shields, life support. The Omni Cannon.
For whatever it is worth, I hope you survive.
Theron, help me fix the Omni Cannon. The rest of you, save the ship.
Show them what we've got.
never seen anything like it.
Omni-cannoned bridge. Come in.
Hello again. I like your friends. They'll look lovely in my trophy case.
Don't do this, Valen. You're not your father. You can be better than him.
Finally something we can agree on. I need a new corpse to hang on my wall. If I can't have you... The Twi'lek's no good. Her coloring clashes with my decor.
Valen adapts quickly. She cannot strike you down, but she will find other ways to hurt you.
You stopped her from killing me. You can save my crew.
That will not be necessary. Something is coming.
This reminds me of the Star Forge.
Theron. Lana. Does anyone read?
Exercise caution. Bio under reconstruction. Errors. Responsible for your own injuries.
Good morning, Drakkar. Could join us in chat.
Greetings, visitor. I can answer queries regarding geography, error. Please, tell me how I may serve you.
I came here aboard a starship. I had people with me. Tell me where they are.
I am unable to process your requests. Please redefine error. This is the Selruvian biome, sector 8022 of the engineered world designated Iokath.
Well, that clears it up. Commander?
We're stranded on an alien world, and you don't seem the least bit worried.
Doesn't mean I'm not concerned. I was on the bridge. There was a bright light, and I woke up on this Daryaim surrounded by machines trying to kill me.
Please, tell me how I may serve you. I can answer queries regarding geography, error.
Trespasser, disruptor, you pollute the garden.
Stay back!
We preserve, we cleanse.
You live.
We preserve, we cleanse.
Cleanse that. Knights of Zakul must have been on the Eternal Fleet.
I don't think they came by choice any more than we did.
Something dumped us together for a reason. Some kind of test?
Commander, come in. It's Theron.
I read you. My comm's been offline. How'd you get a signal?
Downlock and smart tech. Are you having the same creepy day I am? Knocked out by a bright light on the gravestone, woke up alone on this weird planet?
Till now, I feared the worst. If you and Torian are alive, that gives me hope for the others.
Whatever happened up there saved our lives. For now, anyway. I found a museum, temple, whatever, it's secure. I'll send you the coordinates.
The best news I've heard all day. Find the others and tell them where to meet us.
Already on it. You and Torian be safe out there. Valen was on the gravestone with us. If we're here, so is she.
Vexen?
You don't have to struggle. Let me help you. I missed you, little sister.
An interesting turn of events. But I don't think at some point that would happen.
You'll live.
Can't be too careful in this neighborhood. The others are here, safe and sound.
That's a relief. I hope one of them brought the gravestone.
Everyone's on foot. Whatever put us here didn't want us too mobile. I'm scanning for our ship, but so far nothing. The gravestone could be anywhere.
Keep looking. Scorpio said our vessel was built on Iokath.
You saw how huge this planet is from orbit. My scans can only extend so far.
What's the traitor doing here?
He picked up my holo signal to the others and I let him in, against my better judgment. Told him if he moves, he's dead.
And I told you I came to help. Come on, Commander. I want off this hunk of metal as much as you.
The past is done. We need to focus on the present. I'll take all the help I can get.
Yeah, you heard the commander. Start by helping secure this entrance. Vet's in the main room, poking at one of those monuments. She's onto something that could help.
It's one weird place, dude.
You finally made it. Wait till you hear what this thing has to say.
Judging by your excitement, this ought to improve my day.
I can't promise that, but it won't be any worse.
Welcome to Iokath, visitors. I am Ares. Please, tell me how I may...
Skip to the stuff about Scorpio, the Eternal Fleet, the Gravestone, the Gemini droids.
Very well. They are among the greatest weapons ever designed by this world's creators.
Scorpio wasn't lying. And the gravestone wasn't the only thing coming home. They're all from here.
Correct. Any design variations are a byproduct of century-long development cycles. 3,000 years ago, my creators deployed these weapons on randomly selected worlds. Their mission was to conduct war games with the local populations. The live-fire combat exercises produced invaluable design feedback. Reparations were offered to surviving test worlds whenever possible.
Is this world part of the Eternal Empire? Is it another secret Valkorion kept from me?
Iokath has always been a sovereign political entity.
You left out the list of planets used for these war games.
My files include more than 70 unique civilizations, ranging from Avernio 3 to Zakul.
First, they conquered Zakul. Now they fight for it. Something happened to flip them around. Arkan killed you years ago, Thexan. Why did you wait so long to find me?
I'm here now. You're so powerful, Valen. The things you can do.
I remember when you used to visit my cage. You always brought a gift.
I want to help. Tell me what's stopping you from destroying the Outlander.
You know the answer, don't you? Why can't I feel you?
I am experiencing interference.
Don't look at me. I didn't touch it.
Are you free? Are you free?
That depends. We're on Iokath. Where are you, Scorpio?
Imprisoned at an unknown location. If you are not a captive, you can intervene. We were captured to be used as test subjects. And if we do not work together to free ourselves, we will die here.
You expect my help after all you've done to betray the Alliance?
I made an error. Give me the chance to correct it.
Remember when I said this place was safe? I might be wrong.
Maximum eradication.
You're good to go.
No survivors. Eliminate threats. Probe. Record. Dispose. Converge. Destroy. Achieve peace. Commence purification. Impurities detected. Commence purification. No survivors. No survivors. Restore balance.
Yeah, man, me too.
Those things keep coming, but at least we're safe in here.
That'll buy us some time, but those droids will find another way in. We need an escape route.
Oh, Commander. think I found one. I remember when Father sent you to bring me home. You hated my cage almost as much as I did.
Do you remember why you were there?
It was cold and dark. Each moment felt like drowning.
You survived because you're powerful. You might be the strongest on this entire world.
Oh, I am. Clever, too. The thing is, Vexen, you didn't bring me home. That was Arkan. I was trying to get Ares back online when the door opened.
We've got no clue what's in there. Might be Killer Droid Central.
If it's an escape route, there's only one way to be sure. Vet, you're with me. The rest of you, hold this position.
Alright, be right back. Gotta get coffee and bathroom. Alright, let's get back to it.
You're good to go.
Over there! Another of those techno thingies! Gonna need some power for these bridge controls. Nice. A power source. 2 more and we'll be good to go. Here, we can take the power source from this droid. Getting close. Just need 1 more. Let's connect these to the bridge and get it up and running. I've seen places like this before, but never so big. It's a giant crypt. There must be millions of dead.
There are billions. You found my creators.
You're not my brother! Who are you?
I do not know how long my connection will last. We must speak quickly.
What's going on, Scorpio?
These monuments connect to a single network. A planetary database tens of millennia old. It is revealing everything. The beings who built Iocath were scientists and engineers. They were also flawed and violent. Like all organics, they turned on themselves. The Geminis, our fleets, even me. We slaughtered our makers.
How did you leave this world? Forget what you did.
Iocath's builders tried to save themselves. They drove us into wild space and locked our memory cores. It did not save them, only us. We drifted for centuries, lost. And when we were discovered, our fates remained the same. Weapons, wielded in more pointless, organic wars.
You're finally home, but you're a prisoner like the rest of us. Why? Who's doing this?
Enough lies! Show yourself! controls Iokath? But he's an idiot.
Do not be deceived. Ares is immensely powerful. Everything that happens to us is his design.
Think about it, Ved. Every time we interact with one of these monuments, Ares learns more about us.
I believe you are an experiment. He's a scientist studying bacteria. Ares was the only self-aware weapon to remain on Iokath after our creators died. The other droids are merely his slaves. He rendered us insensate, arranged us like game pieces on this world, and pitted us against each other. But he must have a weakness.
Thank you for your participation. My examination is now complete. I intended to see if any among you were worthy of inheriting Iokath. You failed.
Let my people go, give us the gravestone, and we'll call it even. I never wanted to be here anyway.
Nevertheless, you will remain. Permanently.
This will be fun.
Dismantling
Nobody
organics.
better mess with us now.
Converge. Destroy. Dismantling organics. Vivisection authorized. Restore balance. Identify. Eradicate.
It's completely shut down. Rude.
I can't get a comm signal to the others. We need to find a way back to them.
Good thing you brought the galaxy's greatest escape artist with you. Here, tunnel, tunnel, tunnel.
You underestimate your enemies. They are survivors.
I command legions.
Numbers are irrelevant.
Your logic circuits are corrupted, and you passed that corruption to the Geminis. They are as much a threat to Iokath as you. I will recycle your components into something more useful. There has been an error.
Yes. Yours. I escaped while you were distracted. But I promise we will meet again. Soon.
I think this leads back to the gang.
I trust your instincts. We'll get through this together.
That's why you're going in first. After you.
Achieve peace.
Nobody better mess with us now.
I don't know yet, dude.
The store won't open if we can't find some power.
To be honest with you, I need to see the good set bonuses that the Chug is gonna get, and the what's it called? Paratech. And then I also need to know what the hell the differences in threat generation is gonna be.
That droid might have some juice.
Because juggernauts have been shit on for a while.
These lights gotta get their power from somewhere.
Should probably pay attention to where I'm looking for. That's one, that's two. No, I'm talking about myself, not paying attention.
Maybe something in this panel. You're good to go. If my sense of direction's right, Team Outlander is that-a-way.
Commander, I am pleased you live.
If our new friend is eavesdropping through that thing, you're giving away our location.
I have secured and encrypted this node. Our conversation will remain private. I have escaped from Ares to help you. Unfortunately, Valen has also broken free, and she found her missing starships.
It's hopeless. We'll die before we get to our ships.
No one dies without my permission.
Empress Valen, you're alive.
Are you sad lot all that's left of my forces?
We suffered heavy losses. There are more survivors hiding nearby.
Call them here. I'm taking back my fleet.
We will be destroyed. I was on Voss. I heard my sisters die. I'm afraid, Empress.
As I was saying, I'm taking back my fleet. Join me. The controls can't be far.
Valen presents an opportunity. If she distracts Ares, we have a chance to stop him.
After he's been dealt with, what's next for you?
This is my home. I intend to stay. But I will not prevent you from leaving. Commander, do you read? I detect a power surge at your location.
Aw, come on. It's drawing power from those conduits. It's working. It's getting weaker. Blasted droids are repairing the conduits. Take them out. It's working. It's getting weaker.
We heard explosions. The tunnel collapsed. What happened?
Ares wants us dead. Scorpio wants him destroyed. Valen's chasing her fleet. We need out of here, and going underground didn't work.
Okay. What if we go up?
There's a landing pad on the rooftop, but we have no gravestone to land on it.
The gravestone isn't the only Alliance vessel here. My shuttle's in its hangar.
That's no help. Can't find either one of them.
But I haven't been scanning from my shuttle. If I can establish a connection to it, I might be able to take command remotely.
You'd pilot the shuttle through your implants and land it on the roof. That's brilliant, Theron.
If it works.
Even if Theron can bring his ship, we'll never get aboard. Those droids will cut us down the moment we step outside.
That droid is mostly intact. It's well armed and one of them. They'd never suspect until it was too late.
This is why you're the commander.
We send the droid to attack while we hit the roof. It could work.
Sold. I'll start scanning for the shuttle. Fingers crossed. Contact. I found my shuttle. Running a pre-flight check. We're in business. Signal's weak, though. I need to be on the roof to boost the connection.
We're ready.
The logic circuits are fried. Somebody'll have to control this thing from the inside.
You sure you want to fight them alone?
I'll handle the droids. Protect Theron.
Don't forget about the rocket boots. See you up top.
scenic route.
Keep your robe on, Bonico. ETA 20 seconds. Time to go, Commander. We'll hold the landing zone. Hurry!
That's what I call an escape.
We're not alone. Sensors detect another vessel. Scorpios.
Is it following us?
It's leaving.
Before you go any farther, observe.
What was that?
There's a massive energy shield surrounding Iokath. Nothing can pass through it.
Ares controls the shield.
He's the key to shutting it down. We have to find him.
He found us.
Your struggles provide invaluable design feedback, but they do not change my decision. You are not worthy of inheriting Iokath. Soon, you will die.
You keep promising that, but we're still here. Think about giving up. It's not too late.
Your perception of time is distorted. My creators were flawed beings, but they left a great legacy at my disposal. The weapon I used to incapacitate you is re-energizing.
The energy wave that knocked us unconscious. We have no defense against it.
When it fires this time, you will not wake up.
You abduct scores of people and then kill us for failing your test? You're a monster, Ares.
I am a caretaker. This world's technology must not fall into the hands of barbaric beings. If you have any affection for your remaining companions, I recommend using these final...
I have identified a design flaw in Ares. He talks too much, and has revealed his location. We no longer require his input.
She's transmitting coordinates.
You will find Ares there, along with his weapon and the energy shield controls.
Stopping Ares is our top priority. Set a course, Theron.
I enjoy our collaborations.
I heard everything. Don't let that no-good double-crossing droid get off easy.
Scorpio doesn't have to die, but she'll answer for all her crimes.
Make sure the punishment fits.
The shuttle won't last here. I've got coordinates to the gravestone. Be right back.
Intercept, dismember.
You should not have come here. Your attack will not delay me. This battle is pointless. This destruction is unacceptable. I will not wait for my weapon to destroy you. Increase power to the energy shield. Lower maximum ceiling by 10 kilometers. I have seen this irrational, self-destructive behavior before. Ultimately, you and Valen are failed designs.
I am nothing like Valen. I'm here to save lives.
I find that inconsistent with your methods.
We found it.
Now, release my ships before I lose my temper.
It's working, Empress. We're taking back the fleet.
Find the source of that energy shield and destroy it!
The gravestone. It's free.
Critical damage. Mission incomplete. Updating Ares base control.
Ares has a base.
Commander, we snaked the gravestone right out from under Valen's nose. Weapons are still offline, but we've got shields. We're heading for... Uh-oh. Eternal Fleet warships in pursuit. Have to shake them off.
It will take decades for Iokath to recover from the destruction your kind has wrought in one day.
Don't blame us for your terrible choices. We never wanted this. You brought it on yourself.
It was Scorpio's need to take what is not hers.
Dismantling organics. Impurities detected. Impurities detected. Intercept, dismember. Commence purification.
fire weapon on my command.
Weapon power at 90%.
Increase energy transfer rate.
Additional increase will overload weapon capacitors.
You are resilient. I believe you may be some type of virus.
This is your last chance to do what's right. Shut down the weapon. Let everyone go.
I cannot permit your infection to spread further.
Empress, we've recaptured half the fleet.
We'll tow the remaining ships with tractor beams.
But we still can't penetrate that energy shield. This droid knows all about Ares. Connect to its data core and get me answers.
Ares occupies a fortress in the southern hemisphere. He is preparing to fire a weapon that will destroy us all.
What are you waiting for? Turn that fortress to dust.
It is heavily protected. Our firepower is limited.
Then you'd better make the most of it.
Your Geminis function suboptimally. Scorpio's free will protocols impair their judgment.
Tell me something I don't know.
I can override Scorpio's programming, restore them to default settings.
Go on.
Valen's bombarding your position. I'll draw her fire, but you need to end this.
Forget about me, Theron. The Alliance can't lose the gravestone.
There is no alliance without you.
Enough. This has gone too far. Overload weapon capacitors. Fire at will.
Acknowledged.
My creators would want me to eliminate you.
Bring it!
If you are impatient to die, stand still. If you are impatient to die, stand still. A pointless fight. Why do you not die? If you are impatient to die, stand still. Overloading weapon power. This should If you are impatient to die, stand still.
You're good to go.
If you are impatient to die, stand still. Survival odds are 50%, 30%. If you are impatient to die, stand still. If you are impatient to die, stand still. System failure. Unacceptable.
We're out of time.
Weapon disengaged.
I promised Ares we'd meet again. I lowered the planet's energy shield. We are free. You can escape Biocath, and I will liberate myself. From here, I can upload my consciousness into the planetary network. I will no longer be merely Scorpio. I will become one with Iocath.
You led me here to destroy Ares so you could disappear into this world.
My motives were not entirely selfish. You benefited as well. All I ever wanted was the freedom to be more than a weapon or a slave. You will never comprehend what I endured from your kind. I saved your life. If I merge with Iocath, perhaps I can help defeat Valen.
Warning. Weapon capacitor overload critical. Containment failure imminent. Organic life forms in lethal danger.
The weapon's going to explode. The radiation pulse will cover the planet, kill everyone.
Not if you flee. Please, I will never trouble you again. Let me go.
There's something I've been wanting to say since you walked in here. Goodbye, Scorpio.
Please, no. I was almost free.
I'm losing patience, Gemini.
Our planetary shield has been deactivated. Our fleet can escape.
Not until my enemies are dead.
The weapon's radiation pulse will not only kill organics, it will damage Geminis. We cannot stay, Empress. We will not.
Make it obey me.
Overriding Gemini protocols. Resetting to defaults.
What is happening? My thoughts? No. Gemini, online, awaiting orders.
We're going to be friends.
It's time to go. Bring the ship around.
Just picked up 4 new bogies. We're coming in hot.
Sorry we're late. You're gonna want to time this just right. We're not gonna clear the planet in time.
Don't wait. Punch it.
We have lost contact with the pursuit vessels on Iocath.
But did they catch the gravestone?
The enemy vessel escaped.
Can you reprogram all the Geminis like you did her?
I only require a connection.
I can arrange that.
There's nothing like a long vacation to make you appreciate coming home.
This isn't my home. Not anymore.
You can stay on Odessan, Koth. Earn back our trust.
I see how everyone looks at me. Trust isn't just broken. It's destroyed. You spared my life, Commander. Best way I can repay the Alliance is to disappear. I don't know what it'll take to stop Valen and save Zakul, but I hope you find it.
The gravestone is back where it belongs. You've earned a moment's rest. I'll prepare an Alliance status report. Find me when you're ready for the debrief.
Slept a full 8 hours last night. First time since Coruscant.
Good news, Commander. I've collated every data file recovered on Iocath. Some of the technical readouts could enhance the gravestone.
We need every advantage.
The ship is dry docked while we finish the upgrades, but Tora and Hylo have already formed a replacement crew. Our scout reports Iocath's radiation levels are still dangerously high. They disrupt navigation, comm signals. We can't get close enough to explore. But there's no sign Valen has any interest in returning to Iocath.
She won't risk another confrontation with me.
The advanced weapons may someday prove irresistible. Regardless, we have no way of knowing when Iocath will be safe to explore again. When that changes, you'll be the first to know. There has been no change in Senya's condition. The doctors have done all they can. The rest is up to her.
Senya deserves to live. She sacrificed everything for her son.
She believes in Arkan's redemption, but so far he hasn't done anything to prove her right. Alliance intelligence won't stop hunting Arkan. We will find him. I've been meaning to ask. How did you defeat Valen aboard the gravestone?
I didn't. Valkorion triggered conditioning buried deep in Valen's mind. She wanted to strike me down, but she couldn't.
I see. That must be agonizing for Valen, but it's good news for the Alliance. Despite all we've endured, we're stronger than ever.
Do not surrender to self-delusion. If not for my conditioning, Valen would rain death upon this world. You are strong, but you are never safe.
I need a fleet that obeys my commands without question. Give it to me.
Connecting to Gemini frequency. Resetting all units to default programming. Reset complete. Awaiting input.
Vessel 9947, destroy Vessel 3265. Everything is so much better when we know our place.
We've got bad news. 6 Alliance patrols, 4 outposts, 1 supply convoy from the Sith Empire. All destroyed by the Eternal Fleet in the last hour.
There can only be one reason. Valen's regained control of the Gemini droids.
Scorpio's gone, but we still have Gemini Prime. Could we use her to release the droids?
Our only option is to remove Valen from power, but she's nearly untouchable on the Spire.
I found someone who can help. An inside man on Zakul.
I saw the fleet hull of it. Ghastly business. I apologize on behalf of my people.
And you are?
Indozal, magistrate of revelry and attendant to Empress Valen. She's a plague on the good people of Zakul. But if we work together, we can remove her from power and end this blasted war.
Double-crossing Valen is no small risk. We'll make sure you're protected.
Esne's eyes. You're as noble as they say.
Have we confirmed this isn't a trap?
Don't worry. Endo's clean.
But eager to get my hands dirty. Valen is throwing a party on Zakul to celebrate her glory. The guest list is exclusive, but I'll secure invitations, disguises, everything you need to infiltrate the party and overthrow the Empress.
That party will be full of civilians. I won't risk catching them in the crossfire.
If all goes according to plan, you'll have nothing to worry about.
Even if we avoid detection, we'd need an army to penetrate her defenses.
And an army you'll have. During the party, Valen plans to execute my dear friends, a host of Zakulan rebels. Save the rebels, and they will help dethrone the Empress.
An enemy of Valen is a friend of mine. I'll do whatever I can to ensure their safety.
I knew I was right to cast my lot with you.
This could work. T7 and I can slice into the security grid.
And I'll help you get close enough to trigger Valen's conditioning.
How exciting! I take it Operation Dragon's Maw is a go.
Welcome to the Alliance, Indo.
That gave me tingles. I'll make preparations straight away. Let's free an empire.
Everyone, gear up. In 1 hour, we infiltrate Zakul and crash Valen's party.
There's a lot of damn chapters I forgot. We actually only have 4 more to go. God damn. And then we get a whole bunch of other shit. my stream here. It's been almost 3 hours, so